Hello everyone! Welcome to the Open Ground Sounds Mini Festival. My name's Claire, I work for BAMT and I'm joined this evening by Jonathan, our acting chair of BAMT.
Hello!
I'm also joined by Catherine, who's part of our organising committee in Belfast, and I'm joined with Jenny, who's also part of our organising committee in Belfast.
How's everyone doing this evening? How's Belfast? How's Northern Ireland?
Well, it's Easter Monday and it is snowing.
No.
Yeah, it is. It's really cool.
I've been in shorts and t-shirt all weekend. It's great. Now, Jenny, I'm noticing your background is a bit different. What's going on there?
Yes, I've had a slight change in career path the last wee while, so I've just come straight off location in Belfast, filming the latest season of Line of Duty.
Seamless plug there. Brilliant. Throughout this evening, you can join us on our social media pages. So please do join us on Twitter and Facebook. If you're watching us on YouTube, you can pop a comment as we go through. I know that a number of the musicians are going to be watching live with us tonight, so please do share your love. We are absolutely thrilled to be joined by musicians from throughout Northern Ireland this evening who are going to showcase their talents for us. We're going to get started now with the Equal Notes Choir. We're going to hear 2 sets from them, and they're going to start with some traditional music followed by a few covers. Here we go.
Welcome to Belfast from the Equal Notes Choir. Equal Notes is a community choir for adults with learning disabilities from across the Belfast Health and Social Care Trust. The choir was established in 2017 by music therapist Karen Diamond. We're delighted to be part of the BAMT conference because music therapy has been important to us for creating a space where everyone is equally valued and where we are using our creative skills, we can show what people with disabilities are capable of. Before COVID-19, 30 people came to our choir each week. Like most things, we've had to move online. To comply with restrictions, 10 of us came individually to be filmed. Some images of the rest of the choir will appear in this video so you can see my lovely face. Get me on back on you. The songs we will sing for you sum up what is fantastic about music and music therapists. She made me say that bit. No. Shut up. You see our true colours and help us shine through. I love singing because it makes me feel good, lifts the spirits when you're feeling down, but it also leaves you feeling good inside. And we hope that this brought a smile to your face. Enjoy the conference and keep doing your brilliant work. Thank you. From Joseph Turnbull.
He's now your next member of the choir.
Mickey, Marty, had a wee horse. He kept it at the back of the house, of course. It wouldn't eat grass and it wouldn't eat hay, but it would eat sugar lumps all the day. Round and round and up and down, through the streets of Belfast town. All the children laugh and shout, here comes Mickey's roundabout. Round and round and up and down, through the streets of Belfast town. All the children laugh and shout, here comes Mickey's roundabout. Tell me, Ma, when I go home, the boys won't leave the girls alone.
Pull my hair to stoop my comb.
That's alright till I go home. She is handsome, she is pretty. She is the girl from Belfast City. She is a Gordon, 1, 2, 3. Please will you tell me who is she? Tell me, Ma, when I go home, the boys won't leave the girls alone. They pull my hair and stole my comb, but that's alright till I go home. She is handsome, she is pretty. She is the belle of Belfast City. She is Gordon, 1, 2, 3. Please will you tell me who is she? Here we are, here we go. All aboard and we're hitting the road, here we go. Whoa, rocking all over the world. And I like it, I like it, I like it, I like it, la la like it, la la like, here we go. Whoa, rocking all over the world. Giddy up and giddy up and get away. We're going crazy and we're going today. Here we go. Whoa, rocking all over the world. And I like it, I like it, I like it, I like it, la la like it, la la like. Here we go. Whoa, rocking all over the world. Tell you, mama, what you're gonna do. Come on out, bring your dancing shoes. Here we go. Whoa, rocking all over the world. And I like it, I like it, I like it, I like it, la la like it, la la like. Here we go. Whoa, rocking all over the world. And I like it, I like it, I like it, I like it, la la like it, la la like. Here we go. Whoa, rocking all over the world. You with the sad eyes, don't be discouraged. Oh, I realize it's hard to take courage if the world full of people. You can lose sight of it all, in darkness inside you makes you feel so small. But I see a true colors shining through. I see a true colors, and that's why I love you. So don't be afraid to let them show your true colors. True colors are beautiful like the rainbow. Show me a smile then. Don't be just happy, can't remember when I last saw you laughing. If this world makes you crazy and you've taken all you can bear, just call me up, 'cause you know I'll be there. I see a true color shining through. I see a true colors, and that's why I love you. So don't be afraid to let them show your true colors. True colors, true colors shining through. I see your true colors. like a rainbow.
When you're down and troubled and you need a helping hand, and nothing is going right, close your eyes and think of me, and soon I will be there to brighten up even your darkest night. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you gotta do is call, and I'll be there, yes I will. You got a friend. If it's sky above you was dark and full of clouds, and that old north wind begins to blow, keep your head together and call my name out loud. Soon I'll be knocking upon your door. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you gotta do is call, and I'll be there, yes I will. You got a friend. You got a friend. You got a friend.
Jonathan, you're on mute.
Singing the whole way through that. I should have
No. I think like when I can come to Belfast after COVID's done, honestly, one of the things I want to do is go and watch Equal Notes live.
I do want to go for a couple of pints with Joseph. Yeah.
Sure it'd be good.
There were a few onion moments in that, weren't there? It was, yeah.
Oh, thank you.
And when they perform live, they really bring it as
Yeah.
well. They did a performance in St Anne's Cathedral Christmas before last, and yeah, by all reports, it was quite something.
I bet. Jenny, weren't you saying they did some videos for Christmas for different care homes?
Yes, they did. They did a Christmas concert in much the same format through Zoom and recorded and put together. But it was a lovely long program of songs, and there was choir songs, and there was a few solos, and it was shared out on social media and went around on social media. But then it was also shared around the day centres in Belfast, and it was used, you know, as a Christmas concerts in the day centres as well, and it was fabulous.
Nice.
Amazing. And Jenny, I noticed you've changed location again.
Yeah. Yes, I'm outside the Whitla Hall in Belfast, so we can pretend that we're in the Whitla Hall as we were planning to be this time last year in Belfast.
Brilliant.
And we were planning to have a Kaylee, so John's going to show us his moves later, I believe. You've been
Oh, yeah, I need a few more glasses of red wine before that happens. But we'll get there.
Oh. Well, should we just say a huge thank you to Equinotes for that amazing set, and we're really looking forward to having you feature later in tonight's festival.
Our next act up tonight is the band Counterpart, which was formed by the Impact CAMHS Service User Involvement Group based in Belfast. The band have shared 2 songs with us tonight, and we're going to hear the first of those songs now, called Break the Silence.
I'm not hiding these scars no more, 'cause that's not what they're here for. After all those little things you did and all that you said, I'm not hiding these scars no more. So speak up, speak out, I will never be afraid. Speak up, speak out, I'm riding with the waves. I'm sick of being tired, tired of being sick. I'm not broken, I just wanna break the silence. Silence, 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 silence. Do you want me to just pretend? 'Cause you don't know who I am. Don't wanna be the same as you, is that such a crime? But you never understand. Speak up, speak out, I won't ever be afraid. Speak up, speak out, I'm riding with the waves. I'm sick of being tired, I'm tired of being sick. I'm not broken, I just wanna break the silence. Fight it every day, never give up, 'cause I think I've given it enough. I'ma fight it every day, never give up, 'cause I think I've given it enough. Yes, I fight it every day, never give in. If I do, I've given everything. Yes, I fight it every day, never give up. If I do, I've given everything. Speak out, I will never be afraid. Speak up, speak out, I'm riding with the waves. I'm sick of being tired, I'm tired of being sick. Can I lift my head and swear that I don't care what people think? I'm not broken, I just wanna break the silence. Silence, 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 silence. I'm not broken, I just wanna break the silence.
I'm a senior social worker in CAMHS, and generally we work in an outpatient clinic, but we've set up this Impact CAMHS group to give young people a voice and how we can improve our services. So I think this is actually a great example of how young people have helped us to work in a more creative way. COVID got in the way in that we weren't able to meet up face to face anymore. We had to move online, which was a big challenge because it's another new way for us to work, which we got to grips with. So to think when the group started, you know, the young people were a bunch of strangers coming into a room together, trying to come up with ideas for what they wanted the group to be. and one of the ideas was to come into the recording studio, and we thought, yeah, that's very out there, I don't know if it's going to happen, but then looked up different pieces of funding and we've actually made their dream come true, as to say. But to see the development in their confidence, you know, they actually call each other friends now, and even listening to their performances today in the recording studio, like, it's just amazing to see how a group using music and art and more creative ways of working can actually really help build young people's self-esteem and confidence. So coming into the studio yesterday it actually blew us away, because we thought actually this is a very different way for us to work. Normally we work individually with young people, provide counselling, talking therapies, but actually it's been a great opportunity to be able to actually do what young people want to do, and that's writing songs, producing songs and sharing that message of hope and recovery to other young people, which we necessarily can't do when we're working in our more traditional ways within CAMHS. So this has been amazing, and we're now on the final day of the recording studio.
I just thought about how cool the place looked with the lights and the computers and the instruments everywhere, like the guitars that lined the walls. It was amazing looking. It looked like something out of a film. And my first thought was, this is just so cool, and I never thought this much went into making music. My first feeling going on was just pure fascination with just the computers and just how everything comes together.
It was a weird experience. Obviously not something I've really done before. I mean, I've been to different places where I can practice my music, but never into a proper recording studio. So it was kind of like, okay, this is happening.
I was really excited. Music's been a massive part of my life for pretty much my entire life, and getting the opportunity to properly, professionally record songs which I've been playing in my bedroom for months or years it's a really exciting new step to take, and so I was just super thrilled to be able to take part in it.
Oddly nice in a way. It's kind of sort of first step into something that I didn't exactly expect to like in a way. Not that nervous, because usually I'm very scared around singing around people, but oddly enough, because I'm with friends and with the environment as well, so I felt comfortable enough to be like, okay, yeah, let's do this. I want to record this. I want to record that. But I sang my first thing, and I just sort of wanted to do more.
Whenever lockdown happened, it became very difficult, I think, to write music, because to me, at least, music is a very personal thing, and coming together to write it as a group, it's you're bouncing ideas off each other, which is very difficult to do over a video call. So whenever we did have to then resort to long distance songwriting, it's something that I hadn't done before. I don't think a lot of people have done before. But it was, it worked, obviously, but it was a nightmare to get your head around, and I'm really glad that we've managed to sort of come out and be able to do it in person now.
Lockdown put a little damper on, well, not the damper, but it put a little slow in production. We're doing this pretty much fresh out of the process of coming out of lockdown, so we were making songs beforehand, and then it was much harder to do that over video call, and then we got outside again, and we were just sort of almost pick up immediately and just sort of keep going, and now we're here.
Definitely not. I got my first guitar for my birthday when I was maybe 9-ish or something, and my parents just kind of got me my electric guitar, and I just kind of messed about with it, And then, you know, later on, kind of getting better and playing, you know, proper music, but never really for an album or a proper band or anything.
It's just, they're just extraordinary young people, like, to have come up and done that with, yeah, incredible.
I think their musical talent as well is just phenomenal, given how young they are. And just, yeah, incredible and very, very powerful.
Yeah. I love that they got together first and they had nothing to do with music or anything. They said, actually, we want to write songs, we want to play music.
Yeah, I think it very much came from the group of young people themselves. Shawnee, the social worker, you know, she speaks very well about that, but it was the young people themselves. We were very clear that they wanted to be, you know, writing music, writing songs, you know, playing their instruments, learning their instruments, and art as well. I went to a lunchtime seminar that they did. They, you know, before COVID and before lockdown, they performed at a number of different events live. They performed at an event up at Stormont at our Parliament buildings for World Mental Health Day the year before last. And I went to a lunchtime seminar that they did, where they not only performed, they had their artworks on display, and both Shawneen and one or two of her colleagues and 4 or 5 of the young people themselves spoke as well about the group and how it, you know, how it came about and how it came from you know, their desire to make music together and produce art together.
I love that they've shared it as well. I love that they're so open to sharing it. It's just so inspiring, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it started as a group to run sort of during the summer and then lead up to World Mental Health Day. But then when it got to that point, you know, they wanted to keep going, and then the idea of recording the songs came about, you know, later, and they were able to do that, you know, during a gap in lockdown during the summer. You know, so even to have been able to pull that off is quite an achievement as well.
Definitely.
I think just to say a Belfast phrase, fair play to them.
Oh, well, thank you to all Impact CAMHS for sharing that. And again, we're really excited to hear the other song later in the festival this evening. Now, John and Jenny, I'm noticing some changes here. Jenny, where are you? And John, what are you doing?
Well, I was just embracing the festival spirit. I've got a collection of different hats that I'll change throughout the evening, but yeah, just embracing the festival vibes.
Brilliant. And
I just while we were watching that, climbed Cape Hill, so I'm standing on what is known as Napoleon's Nose, because it is the shape of Napoleon's nose to overlook the beautiful city of Belfast, as you can see behind me. It was, you know, it's quite a climb, but I can do it.
You don't even seem out of breath. Very good.
Look what you're laughing at, Catherine.
So Jenny, you were the person who kind of put the bid in for the conference to come to Belfast. Is that right?
Yeah, Jenny, why did you do that?
Well, there was a group of us. I think you know, when BAMT put the word out that they were looking for bids and looking, you know, for different cities for the conference to visit, there was quite a few of us that sort of said, "Oh, it'd be great if it came to Belfast." I think it was really to, you know, a desire to shine a light on the music therapy work that takes place in Belfast. We have, I think I'm right in saying, 31 or 32 music therapists practicing in Northern Ireland, which isn't a great deal, but given, you know, it's quite a small number, but we actually work right, you know, across a really wide you know, range of settings and a real breadth of work. And I mean, it was an opportunity to sort of shine a light on that from the point of view of the music therapy profession, but also, you know, being in Northern Ireland would have allowed us to you know, to promote a bit more, you know, locally as well, and shine a light on the profession on a local basis as well. Obviously, that wasn't to be just to quite the same extent, but I think we've drawn benefit from it anyway. You know, I think we've made it known that the conference, even though it's online, is still in Belfast in spirit, and you know, and promoted ourselves locally quite well, I think.
And I think with each new set, you bring a different part of Belfast to the festival tonight.
Next up is the HIVE Choir. They were formed in Belfast in 2016 and they are a vocal ensemble for collaborative improvisation, composition and performance. They are going to be presenting some of their work that they have produced in 2020 during the pandemic. And the works explore how voices use words and signals to find connection across differing times, places and technologies. This is the HIVE Choir.
The spring and the small time were singing by a song birds were did strains. The
Hello? Okay.
Thank you, Hive Choir. Something different there, but so interesting to hear the different vocal techniques. And I loved how there was a lot of use of the landscape. And I don't know, was that in and around Belfast? Like where were they? What's the crack?
The Inagony Over You video, that's in and around the Cathedral Quarter, which is in the city centre. And it's an area under development, and I believe the choir went out around Halloween time and recorded, when things were still pretty quiet on the streets, and recorded in and around that area. And the other song is, Out of the Windows, is they said they sang verses of an old Ulster song called Craigie Hill out of their windows in the springtime, and they filmed it back in April 2020, so that when we were in the first lockdown and everything was very new, and especially the use of Zoom to record these things was very new. So the choir all sang the verse of the song at their own pace, and then it was put together afterwards to see what was created.
Ah, very like innovative. And I'm just wondering, Jenny, where in Belfast are you right now? Because you've changed again.
I've moved to the Sonic Lab in the Sonic Arts Research Centre, which is the home of the Hive Choir. Sonic Arts Research Centre is part of Queen's University in Belfast, and we were actually planning last year to have a workshop there involving the choir on the Friday of the conference last year. And the Sonic Lab they call it IMAX cinema for the ears. So it's that idea of, I won't go into the technology of it, but it's that idea of the audio experience, similar to the IMAX cinema. So that's where I am now. I'm in the Sonic Lab, and the picture actually doesn't do justice to the floor. Is actually the grating with a drop of must be about 10 meters underneath your feet.
It's very
what's above you. It's quite an experience. So next time everybody's in Belfast in person, it's worth checking out if they've got any events or concerts or anything on to go to.
So next up we have the Impact CAMHS band. We're going to hear another one of their self-written songs and find out a little bit more about them and how they got together. If you do want to hear more of them and more of their work and their EP, then check them out on Spotify. And whilst you're on Spotify, we also have our Open Ground Sounds playlist, which has songs from Impact CAMHS, from HIVE, from the Equinox Choir, as well as lots of other songs that people attending the conference have put on there as well. So the link is in the description below. So check it out and add your own songs on there as well. Any song that's you've been inspired to listen to over the conference. So here's Impact CAMHS.
Rain falls down my window, never to see light for days. Walking down the street so narrow, washing all my worries away. Me and myself and I worry 'cause there's no music to play. I'm washing all my worries away. I'm washing all my worries away. And I will never be the same again. And I will never think the same again. Running out of time again and again. 'Cause I'm washing all my worries away. Yeah, I'm washing all my worries away. Sun peeks through my window, but my curtains are closed. I always get drawn to the darkness, and I'm never ever feeling closed. Me and myself and I worry 'cause there's no music to play. I'm washing all my worries away. I'm washing all my worries away. And I will never be the same again. And I will never think the same again. Running out of time again and again. 'Cause I'm washing all my worries away. Yeah, I'm washing all my worries away. Lying in a meadow, quiet and sound. I feel all my emotions quietly calm down. Lying in this meadow, nowhere to be found. I feel all my emotions quietly calm down. And I will never be the same again. And I will never think the same again. Running out of time again and again. 'Cause I'm washing all my worries away. Yeah, I'm washing all my worries away. Yeah, I'm washing all my worries away. Washing all my worries away. Washing all my worries. Washing all my worries. Washing all my worries
Lost in a reverie, the mind's own movie. Who'd have thought it'd be so sweet with you?
It was so fun. It was just such an experience. It's like when you think of like back to the song when you wrote it, it was really, really dark place. You're just so proud of yourself, and I think it comes out not when you're singing. Do you know what I mean? But it wasn't myself. I was so smiling.
Well, we were talking about different colours and their meanings, and I looked up colour theory, sort of looked at possible names for the band or the EP. And looking at it, it sort of occurred to us that all of these different colours and different meanings had very different, because everyone in our group is just so different, and so one colour or one meaning wouldn't really encompass everything that we wanted to say. So we went with colour theory to try and encompass all of it and show that we are this sort of like diverse group of lots of different people with lots of different experiences, and it was like all of them are as valid and important as each other. Yeah, and so building off of that idea of colour theory, we came up with the idea of taking each different song that we've written and applying a colour to it to show that each different song has its own meaning, but also sort of unifying them together to show that the experiences that we've gone through and the things that we've written about are all like a part of like this one big narrative, but they all have these individual moments and meanings within them.
I was contacted by a member of the Belfast Trust back in January, I think it was, about hooking up with a group of young people who really had a real kind of clear vision in their heads that they wanted to write and record an EP of music. Like the first couple of songs came together really quite quickly. Kira is a song about the storm, Kira, but it obviously represents some of the some of the issues that maybe some of the members of the group have faced and have come through their very own unique set of challenges, but there's also this shared consciousness, this shared kind of unity with regards to how they look after each other, with regards to like how they empathise with each other's experiences and each other's visions of where they want to go in life. And that really came through from the very beginning in the music. You know, there were little kind of amazing moments that got happening every week, and I go home to my wife that evening and say, like, this is just such an amazing positive thing to be involved in. You know, it's not really like anything else I've ever worked with. You know, I've always been into the studio with a band. I've known most of my life for going in for my solo stuff, and I've always, you know, kind of autonomy and a clear idea of what I want. Like with this project, it was just let's get in there and see what happens, and thankfully it all came together beautifully, but obviously not without a few bumps in the road. And one major bump in the road, which I'm sure a lot of the students will have talked about already, was COVID, the arrival of COVID and lockdown and everything immediately shutting down. Get on a Skype call and people would throw ideas out there and I'd be able to record it in the room while we're on the call, and then everybody would be able to see it about 5 seconds later, you know. So we found a way, like so many musicians and artists across the world have done as well, we found a way to kind of dust ourselves off and get back in the saddle and make sure that, you know, the amazing positive stuff that we had going from those early kind of winter months at the start of 2020 wasn't lost and wasn't for nothing. And then after that, and we got into a rhythm of that, we were then able to slowly but surely make our way outside into the fresh air, and operations moved to the bandstand at Botanic Gardens. It was kind of a very varied and colourful ride that got us to this point here in Tree Song Studios. Now that we're almost finished recording at this point as I talk to you, and the music is just, it's really something else. Like I was sitting in there with Mikey putting down some bass guitar while the guys were having their pizza. So it was my first chance to really kind of take stock of the 5 songs that we've done over the last couple of days, and it's just really good, you know. Like the guys have just knocked it out of the park, and it's beautiful singing, unbelievable guitar playing. The songs are really strong, and I'm not just saying that, you know. I have felt a very personal responsibility to make sure that we are going into the studio with something that really is genuinely of worth, and like I think, you know, this EP, you know, it's strong enough to compete with the best of them, you know, and I'm just delighted about it all.
To see the development in their confidence, you know, they actually call each other friends now, and even listening to their performances today in the recording studio. Like, it's just amazing to see how a group using music and art and more creative ways of working can actually really help build young people's self-esteem and confidence, which in a way then definitely improves their mental health, but in a more creative way, which is great.
A huge thank you to everyone at Impact CAMHS for that, for those performances. Like we said before, it's just really inspiring, and we're so grateful and really honoured to have you as part of our festival tonight. So thank you very much. So we've come to the final act of the evening, and we want to say a huge thank you to everyone that's been involved tonight. Thank you to the Equal Notes Choir, to the HIVE Choir, and to the Impact CAMHS group for sharing your music with us. It's been a brilliant, inspiring evening, and we hope that you've all enjoyed it at home. Please do join us on social media. Please do contribute to our Spotify playlist. We're going to leave you this evening with the last set from the Equal Notes Choir. So please raise a glass, have a boogie, whatever you're doing at home, and enjoy. Thank you. Bye-bye.
I call ya, I need ya, my heart's on fire. Come to me, wild and wild. You come to me, give me everything I need. Give me a lifetime of promises and a world of dreams. Speak a language you love like you know what it means. Take my heart and make it strong to me.